The inverted leg lock, Sam Fisher's signature move. I don't know what the technique is actually called, I just call it that for simplicity's sake, because obviously you invert yourself by locking your legs around narrow, horizontal structures that are suspended overhead. In the Splinter Cell games, this technique is notoriously used for combat, chokeholds, knife attacks, and pistol wielding. Which is cool and all, but mostly unrealistic. The technique overall is more Hollywood flair than it is practical, but in the real world it does have one good practical function going for it. And that is simply being able to access your gear while clinging to things overhead. It could serve as a means of infiltration and/or exfiltration by descending from a height after having secured a rope to whatever it is you're clinging to. Having your hands free momentarily could also allow you to attach hidden mics or cameras, or even detach, disable, or blind security surveillance and lights. While the technique is flashy, the simple fact of having your hands free does have practical carryovers into the real world. The leg locking technique used will depend on the size or diameter of what it is you're clinging to. If it's something with a very wide diameter, locking your ankles together may be all that you can do. For pipes, bars, poles, and tree branches with smaller diameters, the technique is similar to that of the triangle choke in Jiu-Jitsu, whereas one foot is hooked behind the calf or knee of the opposite leg. A mental cue that really helped me progress with this technique is to squeeze my legs together tightly, while contracting my hamstrings. My lower body should be tight and rigid as if I were trying to choke someone out with a triangle choke. Maintaining that rigidness at about 80 to 90% capacity makes the technique feel 10 times more secure. I trained this technique several different ways, but the exercise that gave me the best results is transitioning back and forth from a dead hang to the inverted hang. This one exercise is basically 3 exercises combined: a dead hang, a leg raise, and an inverted sit-up. It's great for developing the abdominal and back strength needed to enter and exit the technique, not to mention at the same time strengthening your lats in order to hinge at the shoulders to effectively bring your legs up. The repetition also builds muscle memory for locking your legs, which has allowed me to trust myself more when letting go with my arms. Adding weight is also an option, serving to simulate the extra weight of equipment that I may be carrying on my person. arch nemesis of the inverted leg lock is fatigue. Thus, building endurance in your legs to stay locked tightly is crucial. A basic static hold is kind of boring, however, so I prefer to incorporate other skills while I'm hanging there. This will give me something else to focus on while I'm suspended there, and will give me an incentive to push myself harder to stay in that position as long as I can.